Hi, this is Grace from
Hi.
Kalamazoo Bach Festival. I have Shari with us today. She is one of our wonderful sopranos and who was just highlighted in our last Love Is performance that just aired on March. When did we have it? Oh my goodness, March 28th, right?
28?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, by the way, that solo was amazing. I just wanted to tell you it was
Thank,
so beautiful. And there's no way I could do that solo, but it's a gorgeous piece. I love it.
thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about yourself. Like when did you get started with Kalamazoo Bach Festival Chorus, and who got you interested? And so give me a
Sure.
little backstory.
I started taking lessons from Jim Turner
Oh,
at
okay, great. And Jim was
70,
our previous choir director, as some people may or may
right.
not know. Yeah.
Um, Boy, I'm trying to think. That was 97.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a while. So
Yeah.
then he brought up that he was the director at for the Bach.
Yeah.
And so I started then that spring.
Oh,
So that was
nice.
fun, 98. Yeah.
Now, how did you meet Jim originally? Taking lessons from him, like a
Because I was singing in the area, with church and things
yeah.
like that, I wanted to take more lessons. I
Okay.
wasn't
Makes sense.
really, other than Faye Smith in high school years.
Yeah.
That puts me back a little bit here. And so someone brought up, well, ask Jim. So I was introduced to him pretty much through the music community.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And yeah. So that was fun. I mean, it was great taking lessons from him. But Bach has been a gift. That's just been every experience, every concert has been a wonderful experience.
Good.
So
Yeah, it's a fun choir. I
it
really
is.
enjoyed. I mean, when I joined, when did I join? 2013, I think, when we moved to
Okay.
Kalamazoo. And before I moved here, I was asking my previous choir director in Ann Arbor. I was like, "So where should I sing? We're moving. I want to join a choir." He's like, "Oh, definitely Bach Festival." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I've never heard of them." So I looked it up, and I remember meeting up with Jim, and I was like, "Oh, he's so sweet." And first day,
Yeah.
everybody was very friendly towards me. People are just
Mhm.
like, "Oh, there's a new person." And every time we have somebody new in the choir, we're just like, it's so welcoming and enjoyable. And you don't feel like you're an outsider, which I love that from the get-go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's reflective of our community.
Most
People from
definitely.
all walks, which is
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah,
Very, very
that's true.
diverse. So yeah.
So what
Yeah.
what were some of the highlights for you over how many years has it been now since you've been, do you know how many years it's been?
Well, so it was 98.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, I actually had to look it up, you know. So I'm just
Like,
so
I'm
I
like,
know that
right.
I know I'm actually gonna look at a note here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so May 98 was the
Oh,
first
wow.
concert, and that was a live.
Almost 23 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I would have to say that was amazing because you're doing pieces you would not do every day. The
Right.
opportunity is there, and the experience is, you just have to take advantage of it. It's great. And I would say that was a highlight. Also, anytime we do Mozart Requiem,
Oh, yeah. That's a fun
we've done
piece.
that a
It
couple
is.
times
Yeah. Yeah.
in the years I've been there. And then Carmina Burana is always.
Yep. I was just talking to Tim Krause and he said the same thing. He goes, "I really loved Carmina."
Oh,
I mean, any choir member, anybody who's ever been a part of a choir, if you can do Carmina at least once, you have to do it at
yeah.
least once because it's just so much fun.
I would agree 100%. And then obviously the Ukrainian Requiem was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was
Um,
really challenging. Probably one of the most challenging pieces I think I've ever
I
done. Yeah,
agree. I would agree. It's one of those pieces where you start it and you think, am I gonna be able to do this?
right.
And when it all comes together, it's like, wow.
Well, plus it was fun because as a choir, we never had a chance to really travel. So to be able to go to Chicago and
Yes.
perform with people who are of Ukrainian descent, and this was such a
Mhm.
huge piece for them because it was the
Yeah.
premiere. It was really incredible. It was a great
Yeah.
experience.
Oh, that was awesome. That was. And I
It
was
was fun.
thinking about that. All of this happened before COVID.
You know. Yeah,
You know,
I know. We're like missed each other. It's so hard being away from everyone and not
this is
having
again.
our. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It'll all come back again. But yeah,
yes,
it's even more special, I'm thinking now, because we were face to face. And
yeah. definitely.
we didn't have to sing with masks and things like that. So that was really great.
Although in the last couple of concerts, having the couple of pieces that we did with masks on,
Right.
in a room, I mean, were still able to make music. It was much harder to sing out, obviously, because you have the mask, but
Right.
it still sounded really great. It was just exciting and fun to do that. And I like just being together for those of us that were able to do it was
Right.
just a totally new and weird. You like really cherish it, I think, even more.
I think so too. And someone brought up, I think I was talking to Linda Dunn actually, and she said we are communicating more with our eyes.
It's definitely true.
So we are maybe listening a little bit more when you have your mask.
Yeah.
So that's all a learning experience that you have to embrace. And
you could definitely hear yourself more too.
I think so too. So between listening to yourself, which is not a bad thing to do, right? No. To listen to yourself more, to listen to others, and then communicate more, I think we are much more aware of each other.
Yes, especially doing at-home recordings when we haven't typically ever done that. And then all of a sudden you're singing to yourself and you play back and you're like, wait, what? I was really off on that part and I thought I sounded great. But it's nice to check in with yourself like that, I think.
They used to say, at least Faye, when I took lessons back, many, many years ago, she would always record them. And I don't know about other teachers.
I've had voice teachers that did the same thing. Yes.
This is that, and so that experience is a great experience. Yeah. You will not take for granted, if you're not supporting that note or not, you'll know it. If you record yourself, you will hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're doing a solo piece, right? I mean, that must have been very challenging when you're at home recording this. Like, I really want to nail this and then make it sound great.
I want this to sound good. Yeah. I actually started studying that piece with Jim, and never sang it. It was just one of those things where
that's nice. So you got a chance to do it. Yeah,
absolutely. It was a sweet thing to complete. If that makes sense,
the circle has been completed.
Go back and say, okay, this is my opportunity, and it was a gift to be able to do that. So
nice. It was beautiful. It was a nice mix of music. I feel like that we had for this last performance.
Oh yes, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Well, and the work that goes into it, and again, thank you everybody behind the scenes. We do our part as pro members, but.
Oh, it was Chris doing a lot of the mixing. I mean, he was really amazing at it. And it was a big learning process for him as well, because it's not something he had really done before. And then trying to do it last year and this year. And he was just like, okay, well, now he's got it down and understands how to do it. And it's been fun.
That was fun.
What's fun just actually, I like to getting all the videos in too, just like listening to people individually, like, oh yeah, that's because you never hear, I don't get to hear people in the soprano section necessarily because you're across the room typically.
Right.
And then hearing the men too, you're like, oh, that's who I've been hearing sort of like bouncing off when I'm in certain spots of the room. So it's nice. It's a nice thing to be able to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think there's a confidence level that, that we're hopefully getting to. Right. Some people mention they're not used to hearing themselves sing a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It's tough. It's a tough
thing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad
No, it definitely makes you a better singer because you really do have to focus on listening and
applying skills.
Exactly.
So, okay, that's right. This note doesn't sound as good as I would like it to sound. What do I need to do? Yeah. So definitely self-study, and that hasn't been a bad thing, I don't think, for the choir, for anybody.
Mm-hmm. So are you doing any other singing right now besides stuff with Kalamazoo Bach Festival?
I did 2 virtual recordings for the International Peace Service.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It was the weekend before Bach. So I submitted those. So all this experience is great because then it was a Zoom service. They could play the service with the accompaniment, everything when it was time. And so that worked out great. So things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And did you play any instruments?
No.
I mean, your voice, that's your
Yeah,
instrument.
it's been just vocal, and I would love to play the piano better than I do,
Oh, I wish I could play
but
piano.
that
Never
would be
something
great.
I had a chance to take lessons for as a child, but yeah,
Yeah.
so it's such a
Oh,
beautiful
take it
instrument.
up, right?
I
Never
tried later, like later when I was in college, I tried,
okay.
but at that point it was more difficult to get two hands to do two
Oh,
different things. Like they wanted to do the same thing. My brain was like, no, 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 no. So it was more of a challenge for some. I said, okay, I'll just stick to voice for now.
well, but you sing beautiful.
Oh,
It was
thanks.
nice
I
to be
did.
able to hear you, I have to say.
Oh yeah, it was a fun piece. I was kind of
Yeah.
excited when I saw that he was gonna have something in Arabic. I said to Chris, I was like, so I get to sing Arabic, right?
And that was
Yeah.
wonderful too, because these are pieces I didn't hear,
Hmm. Right.
prior to the
Right.
program. So it was a gift as a choral member to sit back and go, oh, this is really a cool piece.
Yes, because I didn't hear anybody's solos either. Even though people
Beautiful.
turned them in, I never got a chance to see the whole.
Right.
And I didn't listen to all the videos either because I
Okay.
don't want people to feel like I'm judging them, and I'm not going to whatsoever. But I wanted it to be when I watched the performance, like,
Right.
oh, this is a great song. I didn't know this song would like this, and oh, but that would have been fun to sing on it. Yeah, it was almost like I didn't even know I was in this show because and I'm singing here, but then oh, look at this great song. It was
And there with your beverage and your food, and I mean, that's what I did. Mike and it was dinner and a show. I mean, this was
yeah. I sat around with my kids and my husband. And it
awesome.
was so fun. So it was it was kind of interesting to be able to do that with them. And they're not like we have to go sit in a theater necessarily. It was like we could just sit at home, and relax.
I have to say, this was the most relaxed I've ever been before a Bach concert.
Yeah. Agreed. It was. It's like, oh, we're gonna watch a show. Okay. I know it's funny because when I told my parents about it and they didn't realize it was an online, they thought like we were singing live online. And so they were worried. They're like, they called me in the morning, like, good luck, good luck. I was like, well, I'm just sitting at home watching it, Mom. It's like it's just a YouTube video. It's already been done. And they
You
didn't
should
know.
have told me like a month ago when I was sending in the tapes.
Right?
That's when I needed the good luck.
Yes, it was really sweet. They're like, oh, okay, because they were worried. They were like, we don't want to bother you. I'm like, you're not bothering me. I'm just chilling at home today, excited.
And however I want to look,
Right.
Yeah.
I did dress up a little just because I wanted to feel like I was at the show.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be in like pajamas while I was watching it. A little make fun. Yeah.
No, I agree. That was really it. Yeah, it's a different experience, and yeah, it's all good. It was great.
That's wonderful. So what do you do besides singing?
Well, my degree is in nursing.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, this is stuff I'm learning.
No, that's okay. That's what my bachelor's is in nursing. I'm not working right now, and with COVID, it's just kind of up in the air. So we'll see.
Yeah.
See what.
Were you working previously prior to the
well, community health was my field of passion. That was what I enjoyed doing, but that was a couple of years ago, and my life kind of changes according to my family. I adapt my jobs, I guess is what I should say, and that's great. It's a blessing to be able to do that.
Yes, that is nice. You can do that. Don't always have to be stuck to a certain type of job.
Yes. Yep. So that has been a very fortunate
good
one. So so for now, I have my grandchildren nearby. So
how many do you have?
2.
I have a little wonderful
girl. Yeah. So we can enjoy that in our family that's close, and then once COVID lifts, whenever that will be, then we'll see. So
fantastic. Have you been able to get your vaccine?
I got one. I have one shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Second one is soon. Have you?
Yay! Yes, I'm fully vaxxed.
Fully vaxxed.
Okay. Yep. Got it. I got it early on just as because I also teach, and so as a teacher, I was able to get it early.
Good. Good.
Almost all of my family's vaccinated. We still waiting for the one for the younger kids. I have a 14-year-old that's not vaccinated yet, but hopefully he'll be able to be vaccinated soon. So I'm hoping for that. Yeah. Just trying to be safe and keep everybody at home, and it's good. I think
it's doing your part. it obviously helps you as an individual, but
Yeah,
it's doing your
definitely.
part for the community.
Yes.
I like the idea that I'm not, as much of a threat to carry and to expose the
Yes,
people.
exactly.
And then
Exactly.
traveling obviously will make it a lot easier. So
Most
yeah, well,
definitely.
good
Yeah.
for
Thank you.
you.
Yeah, I'm glad you are too. Everybody will
Yeah,
be, hopefully we can get everybody vaccinated and have choir in the fall. We'll see. We'll see. I hope
yeah,
so. It would be nice to see
yeah.
everybody again and like actually hug our friends. I miss hugging.
I do.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a hugger. I'm a
Oh, I am
hugger.
too. So just
There are
like,
some,
hey, let's do
there are some
elbow.
people I've avoided seeing until I get my shot.
Yeah, I
So
don't
I
blame
can
you.
hug
No, it's
them.
smart. It's smart.
It's just one of those things where you just embrace and yeah.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for talking with me today. I really
Well,
appreciate it. And
it's an honor.
yeah,
Thank you for
it's nice. And
me.
thank you for participating in the choir and being such a beautiful voice in the soprano
Well, thank
section
you.
because it definitely helps having great voices and great
It's a
people.
pleasure, and I 100% agree. Everybody, such wonderful people from all walks. It's just a
Yeah,
wonderful experience. It really is.
it's a great
So
community, definitely.
great community. Amen. I like
Yeah.
that.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Sherry. It's great talking
Thank
with
you.
you today.
Great. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye bye.